Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial we are going to be making the matching 18-month cardi for the Blue Waves Afghan baby blanket and pillow set. Now this is an 18 months. If you want it to be smaller, we're going to go down a hook size and go down on your yarn weight. So this is a 4-weight yarn. This is Crafter's Secret Big Idea. All three of them, all three of the colors. The white is the Magnolia Way, the gray is Graybeard, and the blue is Spa. So you're going to need one skein of each of those, and then you can get yourself something cute to put on there. I just glued a little bow because I wanted to put a button, but I didn't have a button that would be cute with it. Then we use a pair of scissors, a 5mm crochet hook, 2 stitch markers, and a needle to weave in our ends. And that is it. That is all we need for this little thing. It is so cute. Now, I did run mine through the washer and dryer and it softened it up. But what I was going to say about the yarn is that this is a pretty hefty 4-weight. I would say, you know, what am I trying to think? I would compare this to Caron 1 pound, how thick it is. So if you have a 4-weight that's a little on the thinner side, this will probably come out a little bit smaller. And then if you use a 3-weight hook, use a 4mm crochet hook, and this will probably go down to a, I'd say 9 to 12 month. And then if you go down to, you know, to a thin 3-weight and go down to a 3.5, this would probably go down to a 3 to 6 month size. Alright, that is it. In the description box there will be links to the matching baby blanket and the pillow. So yeah, get your guys' supplies together and let's get started. Okay, to get started, go ahead and get a chain of 52. And of course, as always, make sure you have plenty of tail to weave in. Now, I did already get mine done because I thought I didn't want to start the video till you guys work a chain of 52, and then I stopped my video. So there's no need to do that. So I go ahead and pause your video and get your chain of 52 done, and then come back here and we'll get started with row 1. So for row 1, we are going to work a half double crochet into the 3rd chain from our hook. So 1, 2, 3, go right into there for our first half double. And now all you're going to do is half double into each chain all the way down. So I'm not going to make you guys watch me work all these half double crochets. I'm going to get mine done and I will be right back. Okay, so once you have worked your half double crochet all the way down your chain, I have one more here to work into. We're going to chain 1 and turn, and now we're going to half double crochet into the very first half double. So go right in there with a half double. You can mark that first stitch with a stitch marker if you need to. And we are going to half double crochet increase into the next. So increase is all that is 2 half doubles into 1. So throughout the rest of this pattern I'm going to say increase, and all that means is to work 2 into 1. Alright, so now through the rest of our work we are going to work a half double crochet into the next 2. So 1 and 2, and then we're going to increase into the next. So again, that's 2 halves, 2 half doubles into 1. Half double into the next 2. Increase into the next. And that's what you're going to repeat down your work. Half double into 2, 1, 2, increase into the next. Half double into the next 2, increase into the next. Repeat that down your work, and I will meet you when we get to the last few stitches. Okay, so I'm coming to the end of my work. I just worked an increase, so I'm going to half double into the next, half double into the next, into the next half double. I'm going to work my increase, and then into the top of those two chains right here that we skipped, I'm going to work one half double. So right into the top of that chain with one half double. And you should have 68 half double crochet. So I'm going to pause here and double count to make sure I have the right number. Okay, so I have 68 double crochet, or I'm sorry, half double crochet. We are now going to chain one and turn. And for row 3, we're going to work a half double into that very first half double crochet. And go ahead and mark that one if you need to. All we're going to work for this row is a half double into each half double crochet all the way across. Pretty easy peasy row. Just a half double crochet into each half double. Alright, so I'm going to work mine all the way across, and I will be right back. Okay, so I repeated the half double crochet into each half double all the way down, and I have my second to last one to work into, and then if you rotate, you can see right there is the top of my very last half double. So I'm just going to go right in to there with a half double. And that is the end of our row 3. So to move on to our row 4, we chain one and turn. And we are going to work a half double into that very first half double crochet right there. And we're going to increase into the next. So again, the increase, just 2 half double into one. Okay, so the pattern repeat for this row is that we are going to half double into 3, 1, 2, 3, increase into the next. Half double into 3, increase into the next. And that's what we're going to repeat all the way across for row 4, and I will meet you at these last few half double crochet. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so I have come to the end. I have an increase, and to end row 4, we're going to work one half double into the last 2 half double crochet. Okay, so your stitch count now should be 85 half double crochets. Okay, so to move on to row 5, we're going to chain one and turn, and all we are going to do for row 5 is repeat row 3, and that is half double into that very first half double crochet, and half double into each half double all the way across. So repeat row 3, and when we get to the end, we'll move on to row 6. So row 5 is just repeating row 3, half double crochet into each half double across. Alrighty, I will be right back. Okay, so I worked that all the way across my row. I actually have one more to work into. Get in there, that very last one. And that is the end of row 5. So to move on to row 6, we're going to chain one and turn. And into row 6, we're going to start with a half double into the very first half double crochet. And then we're going to half double into the next half double. And then increase into the next. Okay, so for the pattern repeat, did I just say repeat? the pattern repeat for row 6 is we are going to half double crochet into the next 4 half double, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then increase into the next. Half double into 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then increase into the next. Okay, so half double into the next 4, increase into the next. Half double into 4, increase into the next. Repeat that all the way across your work, and I will meet you when we get to these last few stitches. Okay, so I have worked that all the way down my piece, and I'm going to end with, let's see, I have my increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, increase into the next, and then end my row with a half double into the last 2 half double crochet. Right there is the last. And now you should have 102 half double, and you can see that our work is starting to have that, oh, excuse me, our work has turned in from just a solid straight chain to now it's got the oval shape, and what we're going to do is keep working a few more rows, and then we're going to pinch it in half, and there will be our sleeve holes. Okay, so that was the end of row 6. To move on to row 7, we are going to chain 1 and turn, half double crochet into that very first half double, and half double into each half double crochet all the way across. So you are once again repeating row 3 by working 1 half double into each half double all the way across. Alright, so go ahead and half double crochet all the way across your work, and I will be right back. Okay, so I am coming to the end. One more right there. Alright, that is the end of row 7, so I'm going to chain 1 and turn. In row 8, we are going to half double crochet into the very first half double. And then we're going to half double crochet into the next 2. Okay, now we're going to increase into the next. Alright, so the pattern repeat for row 8, we are going to half double crochet into the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then increase. And that's what I want you, that is what I want you to repeat all the way across your row for row 8. Half double into 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then increase into the next. Okay? Half double into 5, increase. Half double into 5, increase. All the way, and I will meet you at the end. Alright, so I have repeated that across my row. I have 3 half double crochet left. I have my increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Increase into the next. There we go. And half double into the last 2. Oh, for Pete's sake. There we go. Alright, so now you should have a total of 119 half double crochets. Okay, so at the end of row 8, we are going to chain 1 and turn. And I am going to turn my written notepad, my written pattern, I mean. Alright, so for row 9, we are going to half double into the very first, half double into each of them. So for row 9, we're going to repeat row 3, half double crochet into each half double all the way across your work. Easy peasy. Alright, so I'm going to work mine all the way across and we will be right back. Alright, so I've worked that across. I actually went into that last half double to work my my last half double. I was just crocheting away and didn't even realize I was just to the end of the row. Okay, so that was the end of row 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so chain 1 and turn. And we're going to move on to row 10. So row 10 starts with a half double into the very first half double. And then we're going to half double into the next 2. Alright, now increase into the next. Okay, so the pattern repeat for row 10 is we are going to half double crochet into the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then we increase into the next. So you repeat that again, half double into the next 6, 4, 5, 6, increase into the next. Alright, I'm going to let you guys go ahead and work that. I'm going to work mine off camera. Half double into 6, increase into the next. Half double into 6, increase in the next. Repeat that all the way around, and I will meet you when I get to my last few stitches. Alrighty, I'm back. I've worked that all the way across to end with my last increase, and I have 3 half doubles left. And to end row 10, we half double into the last 3. And you should have 136 half double crochets. Okay? Alright, so that's the end of row 10. So row 11, we're going to chain 1 and turn. And we are going to work a half double into the very first. And half double into each double all the way across. So row 11, you're repeating row 3. Alright. I am going to let you guys work that across, and when we come back we are going to divide for our armholes. So go ahead and work 1 half double all the way across. Make sure you have 136 half doubles, and I will get mine done and be right back. Alrighty, I have worked that all the way across. Half double into my very last one right there. Okay, so that is the end of row 3. So now we're going to work row 2. In row 2, we are going to separate all of these half double crochets into armholes. So to start row 12, we're going to chain 1 and turn. And we're going to single crochet into that very first half double. And then we're going to single crochet into the next 18 half double. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to make you watch me do all those. Okay, so you should have a total of 19 single crochet right here. So now what we're going to do is we are going to skip 30 half double crochet. So I'm going to get my stitch marker. Alright, we are going to count off 30 half double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So I'm going to mark that very next, actually, nope, I'm going to mark number 30. Alright, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring this together and single crochet into the very next half double. So get your work back on your hook, and it doesn't matter if you bring those 30 half double that we skipped this way or if you bring them out like that. It doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you just get all the way over to that very next half double, and we're going to single crochet right in there. Let me do that again because I think my little piece got in the way. So just bring your work together and go right into the very next half double, and we're going to work a single. Okay, now we're going to single crochet into the next 37 half double. So we already have one. Well, actually I shouldn't say that. Go ahead and half double, or I mean single crochet into the next 37. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I single crocheted into the next 37, so you should have a total of 38 single crochet right here. Now on this side we're going to count off another 30, and we're going to mark that 30th one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Mark your 30th one, and you should have 19 half double crochet left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and the very last one is 19. Alright, so I'm going to get my hook back on. I'm going to bring my two pieces together, and I'm going to single crochet in that very next half double. Go right in there with a single, and I'm going to single into each single crochet, or I mean single into each half double until the end. Since we already counted off, we know that our work is on count. Just a few more. And into the very last half double. Okay, that is the end of row 12. So our piece should now be 19, 38, and 19. So that should be a total of 76 single crochets, okay? And we want to keep our work just like this because we want row 1 up here to be facing that is the right side of our work, right? All those half doubles from row 1, you want those to be facing you. So this single crochet row is going to be facing away from us, meaning the back of all of those single crochets are facing us. Okay, I am going to pause here and let you guys get caught up, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I am back. What we're going to do now is we are going to work these stripes. Like, here's my little prototype. We're just going to add these little stripes in here just to keep it on consistent with our baby blanket and the matching pillow. So what we do, if I can try to get this to where you can see it all, we're going to work a row of gray, a row of white, a row of white, a row of gray. So from the first row of gray all the way down is going to be half double and double crochets. The only row that's half double is the second row of white. So it's double, double, half double, 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 where was it? Double, 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 half double, double, and so on, okay? Now, you guys do not have to do stripes in this if you don't want to. You can make this however you'd like. So, I am going to chain one, pull up a loop, and of course, my scissors are not here. And cut, set that to the side. All right, now I'm going to get my gray. Get a slip knot on your hook, and of course make sure you have plenty of ends to weave, or plenty of tail to weave in. Get that on my hook, and we are going to start with that row of single crochet, the back of it facing us. And I'm going to go into that first single, just like that. Attach with a slip stitch, chain one, and I'm going to pull that tail tight. I'm going to yarn over and go right back in there with a double, just like that. And now we're just going to work a double into each of the singles all the way around. So you're going to double crochet, cat hair, all the way around, go right into that armpit area. You got a single here, all the way around. The next little armpit areas, single, those two right there, work across those, and I will meet you when we get to the very last single crochet, okay? All right, so I'm going to get mine done and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm working that, and I'm just about to the end. I have two more to work into. And there we go. Okay, so that's the end of my gray. So I'm going to chain one, pull up a loop, and cut. Just like that. And then to start my white, I'm going to do the exact same thing I did with that gray. Make sure the back of the last row I just worked is facing me. Just like that. Get a slip knot on my hook. Plenty of tail to weave in. I'm going to go right into that first one with a slip stitch. Chain one. Pull that tail tight. And I'm just going to double crochet right back into the same one that we just attached into, and then double crochet into each of my double crochets all the way across. So I got to thinking while I was working the row of gray, I thought, you know, I really don't feel like I need to work each and every row of this body with you guys. Let me get my little piece out here. Right? Like, I have full confidence in you guys that you can do these rows by yourself. So we just did this gray row. Now we're starting a white row of double crochet. So we're going to double crochet all the way around. Chain one. Then we're going to half double crochet all the way around. Fasten off. Attach your gray. Row of gray. Fasten off. Attach your blue. Double crochet row of blue, double crochet row of blue, fasten off, attach your gray, one row of gray, attach your white, double crochet row of, don't pay attention to the, get that out of there, double crochet row of white, chain one, turn, half double crochet row of white, attach your gray, finish off with that gray. So you'll have gray, white, white, gray, blue, blue, gray, white, white, gray, blue, blue. And that's where I want you guys to end, okay? So I'm going to leave my little piece here so you can see it's one row of gray, one double crochet row of gray, 1 double crochet row of white, 1 half double crochet row of white, 1 double crochet row of gray, 2 double crochet row of blue, 1 row of double crochet blue, gray, 1 row double crochet white, half double crochet row white, gray, 2 blue. I think you guys can handle that on your own. I don't think I need to do that step by step over and over with you guys. If for any problem, or if for any chance you have a problem, my email address is in the description box. So definitely shoot me an email and I will help you out. But I'm going to go ahead and work my rows off camera, and I'm going to stop on that second row of double crochet, okay? So I will be right back. Okay, so once you've worked all of your stripe rounds, make sure you weave in your ends as you go. I should have told you guys that before I let you go. We're gonna work one more round. So the last round is just going to be half double crochet. So we're gonna chain 1 and turn, and now you should be at the front of your work. So working this last round, the half double crochet should be facing the front. So go right into that first double with the half, and half double crochet into each double all the way around. Just like that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and work all the way around, and I will come back when I get to the end. Okay, so I'm coming around to the last double crochet, and if I rotate my work a little, there it is right there. I'm going to work my last half double into there, and now what we're going to do is get rid of the cat hair. We are going to go ahead and come up this side around the collar and then back down for a little border. So to do that, we are going to chain 2 and then go ahead and rotate and go right back into that double crochet that you just worked that last half double in. Go right back in there with a single. And now we're going to evenly space out single crochets. Sorry about that, I had to fight a cat off from jumping up here. Okay, we're going to evenly space out single crochets all the way up this panel, this little side piece. So I've already got 1 into the top of that double right here. So now I'm going to go right into this little space, and then around the leg of this double I'm going to work 2 singles. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going to go into the top of this double, right into the middle of that gray, and then into the top of the white. So what I'm doing is I'm looking to make sure they're not bunching up like this, like there's too many stitches too close together, and it looks like it's going to work great. Alright, now I'm going to go into this white again, and then the white again, into the gray. Let's stop and look. Into the gray. The blue. The blue again, and then I'm going to do 2 around the post of that blue double, just like that. Alright, that looks good. The gray, the blue, the white, and then white again. It almost looks like it wants to bunch up a little bit, but I'm just going to keep going with it. Alright, now that I'm into the blue, I'm just going to go wherever I can get in. Right there. Stop and go ahead and look at it and make sure it's not bunching. My stomach just growled. Okay, I'm gonna go around here. Alright, now we are to the remaining loops from our beginning chain, and you can see our little slip knot right there, and I'm gonna go right into there with a single. I'm going to chain one and go back in there. And now I'm just going to find the legs of each of the half doubles from row 1. If you can see, these are the legs from the second half double, and then right here and right here. So if you just put your hook where those legs are and push, the loops, the 2 loops that are on the top of your hook right now are the remaining loops of the chain. So that is where I'm going to work each of my singles. So right here I can see those legs, so I'm just going to push through the chain and work a single. Right here, set it there and push through. Right here. And you can see them, each of the rest. So I'm going to go ahead and work this off camera and let you guys work yours, and I will come back once we get to the end of this little collar section. Alright, I will be right back. Alright, so I've excuse me. I've worked that around, and I've got one more right there, and then right there is that beginning chains that we skipped. So I'm going to go right into that chain. How many did we chain? 2 or just 1? I think it was just 1. And then rotate, and now we're going to come back down this side. I'm going to go right back into the same place I worked that last single. And now I'm going to evenly space out single crochets down this side. I will have to say this part of the cardigan is probably the part that I like the least. No matter what I do, I don't like the way it looks. Alright, now I'm just going to come down these stripes. Making sure it's not bunching. Just about there. Thinking right there it's bunching up a bit. I'm just going to go with it. Right in here, and then I'm going to chain, how many did we chain here? 2. Chain 2, and then I'm going to slip stitch to that very first half double. Chain 1, pull up a loop, and cut. And there is the little border. Clean up those edges. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and pause here, and I'm going to weave in my ends, the 2 I have right here. You guys can weave in any of the ends you have, and then we are going to make our sleeves, and then we're going to be done. Which I think I'm going to find something to add right here, because I feel like something needs to be here. Maybe a little bow or something. Alrighty, I'm going to get my ends weaved in, and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back, and I've got all my ends weaved in, and I'm going to start on my right sleeve. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this open, and I'm going to attach into this stitch right here with the slip stitch. And of course, make sure you have plenty of tail to weave in. Ah, I'm tangled. I attached to the wrong thing. Alright, so I'm going to attach into that stitch with a slip knot, a slip stitch, chain 1, and now what we're going to do is work a double crochet decrease from this stitch to this one. So I'm going to yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and I'm going to jump over to this next one right here, pull up a loop, yarn over, and then I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 3. Tighten that tail down. Alright, now we are going to work a double crochet into each half double all the way around our sleeve. So you can tell this one's already worked into, so we're going to jump right over to the next. And we're going to double crochet into each of the half doubles. All the way around. And we should have 31 stitches around the sleeve. So 30 double crochet, and then that decrease that we worked is the 31st. Okay, let me count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Let's see, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Perfect. If you guys come up with 32, just go ahead and work one more decrease over 2 half doubles, so that way you have 31 stitches around. I can't talk and crochet at the same time. Right here, here, and I've got this one and this one. All right, so I'm going to double count, so that's, I'm going to double count to make sure I have 31. So there's my slip stitch, there's my chain 1, there's my decrease right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Perfect. All right, get back on my hook, and we are going to slip stitch to the top of that first decrease. So go right in there with a slip stitch and chain 1. Okay, I need to adjust a bit. Alright, so now to move on to round 2, we already chained 1, and what we're going to do is go right back into that decrease that we slip stitched into, and we're going to work the first part of a double crochet decrease and then the second part into the next double crochet. So go right into the same one we slip stitched into, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into that next double crochet, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 3. So we're going to start and end round 2 with a decrease. Alright, so now what you're going to do is double crochet into each double all the way around, and you're going to stop on the third from last double crochet. So you have 2 whole doubles left at the end of the row. So I'm going to go ahead and work mine all the way around, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I double crocheted until I have 2 doubles left, and now I'm going to decrease over these last 2. Slip stitch to that first decrease right there, and chain 1, and now you should have 28 stitches all the way around. Alright, so for round 3, 4, and 5, we're going to repeat round 2. So we decrease into the same decrease that we just slip stitched into and into the next. Double crochet all the way around, leaving the last 2 stitches unworked, and decrease over the last 2, slip stitch to the first, and repeat that again. So I want you to repeat that for round 3, 4, and 5. So I'll go ahead and get mine done off camera, and I will be right back. Alrighty, so I repeated that for rounds 3, 4, and 5, and at the end of round 5 I have 23 stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch to my first decrease, chain 1, and for round 6 and 7 we're going to work 1 double crochet into each stitch all the way around. So go right back into the top of that decrease you just slip stitched into, and then double crochet into each double, or well, I should say into each stitch all the way around. Rotate. Once your cardigan gets a little larger, it gets harder and harder to film it. What I should say is it gets harder to like rotate your work under your camera and not bump it and all of that. Okay, so I'm about few more, almost almost there. Right there, that last decrease. Alright, now I'm going to slip stitch to that first double, chain one, and repeat that again. Double crochet right back into the same stitch you just slip stitched into, double crochet into each double all the way around, and I will meet you when I get back to the beginning. Alright, so I just finished round 7. I slip stitch to that first double. Well, if I can get in there. There. Alright, so for round 8 and 9, we're going to repeat round 2. So that's the decrease. We're going to chain 1, go right back into the double that we slip stitched into for the first part of our decrease, and then the next one for our second part. There's our decrease, and now we're going to double crochet into each double all the way around, leaving the last 2 double crochet unworked, and then decrease over those last 2. Slip stitch to the first decrease, and then repeat that again. Decrease in the first part of the decrease into the decrease, decrease into the next double, double all the way around, leaving the last 2 stitches unworked, and then decrease over the last 2, and then slip stitch to the first. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and work my rounds 8 and 9, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I repeated that around. I worked that last decrease. I'm going to slip stitch to my first decrease, and you should have, I should have counted before I did that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 stitches. And that is actually the last of the decreasing that we're going to do. We got 2 more rounds to work for our sleeve to be done. We're going to chain 1, and for round 10 we are just going to half double crochet right back into that decrease, and then work 1 half double into each stitch all the way around. Alright, I'm going to let you work that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got 1 more half double to work into that decrease, and slip stitch to the first half double. Get in there. Okay, so now I actually want to work the last round. I'll show you my little prototype. The last round of my sleeve in white. You don't have to change colors. You guys can finish this last round in the spa, but all we're going to do is just work 1 more round of half double. So I'm going to fasten off and grab my white. Make sure I got plenty of tail to weave in. There. Slip knot on my hook. I'm going to go right back into that half double that I just fastened off in. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not. That's a lot of stitches in there. I'm going to go over 1. I'm going to go over into this next one. Attach with a slip stitch, chain 1, pull that tail to the back, go right back in there with a half, and then work 1 half double all the way around. Okay, I'm going to work mine off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have a few more to work into, and that one, this last one. slip stitch to your first half double, chain 1, pull up a loop, and cut. And there is our sleeve. So now I'm going to get all my ends weaved in, make the other sleeve, but before I get started with that, I want to show you on, so if I pull it about right there, you can see the front of the cardigan is facing me, so this is my right sleeve. So when we attached into that right sleeve, we attached into the stitch to the back of the cardigan. Well, it's the opposite on the left sleeve. We want to attach into the single crochet that's worked into to the front of the cardigan. So if you open it, you can see 1, 2, 3. These 3 little stitches right here. So on the left sleeve, you want to attach into the single crochet that's worked into that's towards the front of your cardigan. So this one right here. And then on the right sleeve, we attached into the one that goes to the back. And the reason we're doing that is because the direction that we work is like this, right? So we're working this way, so that decrease is worked over the stitches, if that makes sense. Clear as mud, right? Alright, so attach into this single right here, and then decrease the first part of your decrease into that, and then the second into this, and then start your rounds this way. Okay? Alright, I am going to get my sleeves done off camera, all my ends weaved in, and holy cow, what's happening? Alright, when I come back, we're going to finish off our little cardigan. Okay guys, I am back. I've got both my sleeves done, all my ends weaved in, and I just ran this through the washer and dryer, and then I glued a little bow right there, and there you go. I will have to say, this isn't my favorite project. Little things on it I wasn't very happy with, but now that I've finished it, I think it's adorable. Well, that is it, guys. Thank you so very much for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss the next tutorial. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.